The Story of Hansel and Gretel. Once upon a time, there was a poor woodcutter who lived with his wife and 2 children, Hansel and Gretel, in a small house near a big forest. Times were hard, and they often didn't have enough food to eat. One evening, when the children were in bed, the stepmother whispered to the father, "We don't have enough bread for all of us. Tomorrow, we must take the children deep into the forest and leave them there. There is no other way." The father was very sad. "I can't do that. They are my children." But the stepmother kept pushing him until he finally agreed. Hansel, who was listening, whispered to Gretel, "Don't worry, I have a plan." He went outside in the moonlight and picked up shiny white stones. He put them into his pockets. The next morning, the stepmother took the children deep into the forest. Hansel secretly dropped the stones behind him one by one to make a trail. When night came and their parents did not return, Hansel took Gretel's hand and said, "Don't be afraid. We will follow the stones." In the moonlight, the stones shone brightly, and the children found their way home. But the stepmother was not happy. A few days later, she took the children even deeper into the forest. This time, Hansel couldn't collect stones, so he dropped little pieces of bread. But when they tried to follow the trail, the bread was gone. The birds had eaten it. Now the children were lost in the dark and scary forest. They walked for a long time, hungry and tired. Suddenly, they saw a little house made of gingerbread, cake, and candy. Their eyes grew wide with excitement, and they began to eat the house. Then the door opened, and an old woman came out. "Come inside, dear children," she said kindly. "You must be hungry. I have lots of food for you." But the old woman was really a wicked witch. When Hansel and Gretel stepped inside, she locked Hansel in a cage and told Gretel to cook for him. "I will fatten him up, and then I will eat him," she said with an evil laugh. Gretel had to work hard while the witch checked Hansel every day. "Show me your finger," she said, to see if he was getting fat. But Hansel was clever. He showed her a small bone instead, and the witch, who had bad eyesight, thought he was still too skinny. After a while, the witch grew impatient. "I will eat him today, no matter what," she said. She told Gretel to heat the oven, but Gretel had an idea. "I don't know how to check if the oven is hot enough," she said. "Can you show me?" The witch bent down to look inside the oven, and Gretel pushed her in. Then she shut the door. The wicked witch was gone forever. Gretel freed Hansel, and together they searched the witch's house. They found a big chest full of gold and jewels. They filled their pockets and started their journey home. After walking for a long time, they finally found their way back. Their father was so happy to see them again. The wicked stepmother was gone, and with the witch's treasure, they all lived happily ever after. And if they haven't died, they are still living happily today.